The objective of this mold assembly and closing job is to set cores and prep the mold for pouring. The equipment used includes a roller conveyor, a pallet, and a plate on the pallet. The tools used include a blow-off gun, a propane torch, core files, a paintbrush, a flow coat station, hand painting using a can of paint with a sprayer. The materials used include mold halves, a drag or bottom, and a cope or top, and glue or core paste. The personal protective equipment included steel-toed shoes, hard hats, gloves, hearing protection, safety glasses, respirators, sleeves or smocks are available, and floor mats. The work environment is an inside work environment. The work area is hot in the summer and cold in the winter. The work area is not heated. There is an air makeup unit to circulate outside air. The worker observed was 5 feet 8 inches tall. The work methods for the observed mold assembly and closing job include sliding the drag or cope along the roller conveyor to the correct position, painting the drag and or cope using a paintbrush or sprayer. The paint is core wash. Workers hold onto the paint can handle with one hand while using a sprayer with the other hand, removing excess core wash, igniting the core wash with the propane torch, allowing the alcohol in the core wash to burn off, blowing off any loose sediment from the mold using the blow-off gun, getting the no-bake core if needed, positioning the no-bake core in the drag to make sure it fits, removing the no-bake core. If the no-bake core doesn't fit correctly, filing down the no-bake core until it fits, positioning core paste on the no-bake core with a squeeze bottle, positioning the no-bake core in the drag, positioning, lifting, and carrying the drag or cope to the pallet. This is a 2-person lift and carry. Lowering the drag or cope and positioning on the pallet. This is a 2-person lower and position. There were several ergonomic risk factors observed for the mold assembly and closing position. Repeated and sustained exertions were rated as a medium pace. Hands were in constant steady motion and exertion to set and prep cores for molding. Sustained exertions were observed and included continuous standing and continuous neck flexion or forward bending. Forceful exertions were required to lift, carry, and position the drag and cope. These weigh between 100 and 125 pounds, and these are 2-person lifts, carries, and positions. To paint the drag and cope. To spray paint and hold the bucket. To file the drag and cope. And to apply glue by squeezing the bottle. Awkward postures were observed and include torso and neck flexion to inspect parts and file parts, torso and neck flexion and extended arms while spray painting, torso and neck flexion while hand painting, elevated and extended arm while using the air gun, extended arms and forearm pronation to position cores, torso and neck flexion, forearm pronation, and wrist extension while using the file. The mechanical or localized contact stress observed was contact stress between the hand and forearm and edges of parts and tools. It's important to note that gloves and sleeves are worn. Contact stress between the thighs and edges of the conveyor were also observed. The recommendations for the mold assembly and closing job include: investigate adjustable height pallets to reduce posture stress and forceful exertions. Investigate adjustable height and rotating pedestals built into the roller conveyor to reduce posture stress while hand painting, spray painting, filing, and inspecting parts. Consider positioning the pallet at the end of the roller conveyor so parts can be pushed onto the pallet and/or minimize the amount of carrying required to position parts. Investigate handle buildups for the paint can to reduce grip force while holding the paint can. Investigate other methods for holding and transporting the paint can, shoulder strap, overhead balancer, etc., or a container attached to the paint sprayer to reduce forceful exertions and awkward postures. Investigate other methods for applying the glue instead of using the squeeze bottle to decrease forceful exertions. Consider using job rotation to positions that vary exposure to the risk factors of musculoskeletal disorders. Consider using sit-stand chairs to decrease sustained exertions.